Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I rise today to speak in opposition of this bill. I have two letters that I've passed out that you'll find on your desk, one from the Minnesota Chippewa tribe, of which I am a member, and one from the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. Representative Lewick talked about including our tribal members, talked about what kind of message we want to send to the tribes. Well, I think the message has been received. The tribes have come together, at least the MCT, the Minnesota Chippewa tribe, to say no. I spent a little bit of time lately traveling across the state and having conversations with tribes and tribal leaders. What I have heard consistently from tribal leaders is they want meaningful consultation. Frankly, it's all we've ever wanted, is meaningful consultation. There's an opportunity for us to come up with a science-based solution, but also to come up with a culturally based solution. These things need not be forces that are working against each other, but can work together. As Representative Allen so eloquently talked about treaty rights, which are, by the way, a supreme law of the land, that too often Native people has been seen as an obstacle, what you might call a quote-unquote Indian problem. And what this bill threatens to do is it threatens our very existence as Native people. And here's how. I'm going to read directly from the letter from the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe because they say it better than I ever could. As Anishinaabe people, we have many traditions and cultural traits that we hold sacred, none more than Menomen, or wild rice. Ojibwe prophecy, which we hold as natural law, states that we are instructed by the Creator to follow the Migis, or cowrie shell, west along the Great Lakes until we reach the place where food grows on water. Our ancestors were told that this is sacred food that will sustain and provide life for the Ojibwe to live here in what is now known as Minnesota forever. For generations, Anishinaabe people have kept these waters, the Menomen stronghold they are today. And it was not through legislation or research, but through respect. The significance of that Menomen holds to Ojibwe people cannot be overstated. And I think it's possible for us to take a step back and work together. But this is not the way. This is not the way. Most of the time, when I stand up here on the floor and I speak, it's on issues that affect Native people. And I am grateful for the other Indigenous members of this body. But I think it's time that everyone on both sides of the aisle take very seriously our responsibility to work and to maintain relationships that are government-to-government relationships. We are not a race of people. We are sovereigns. We are sovereign nations. And we have a responsibility as lawmakers to respect those relationships. So colleagues, I think, and I am hopeful, that the tribes want to come to the table and work in partnership with us to find a better standard where we can come together, where that science and that culture can meet. And I am eager to be part of those conversations, as I hope you are all as well. But if wild rice no longer exists, we no longer exist. Many of us in this body talk about where our ancestors come from, our immigration story. For half of my family, there's a story of a 16-year-old who brought her family across the ocean without her parents and fought and struggled. And Mary Harrigan's blood runs through my veins. But on the other side of my family, we were here. This is our home. We can't go anywhere else. This is who we are, this is where we live, and this is where we are from. So if Monoman, if wild rice goes away, so do we. Maybe that's the point. Thank you.